Hello, everybody, and welcome to Small Talk. I'm your host, Keith Gallinelli, Guy Shanding. Now, every year, the CBA, the China Basketball Association, is growing larger and larger. It's getting more impressive, and a lot of people are taking notice of it, not just here in China, but also in the United States. Now, every year, players are coming over from abroad. People are looking for work, and they're going to do whatever they can to be playing basketball. So a lot of them, they're coming from the U.S., coming from Europe, and they're coming to play in China. So we're very lucky today on Small Talk. We're going to be sitting down with two of the foreign players on the Jiangsu Dragons. We got Carlos and Garnett, and they're going to be telling us a little bit about their life and a little bit about their experiences here in China. All right, I'm sitting here with Carlos and Garnett, the two foreign players on the Jiangsu Dragons. And guys, welcome to Small Talk.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, just give me a quick introduction, who you are, where you came from.
My name is Garnett Thompson. I play college ball at Providence College, and I was born and raised in New York.
All right.
Carlos Dixon, played at Virginia Tech in college, and I'm from Salisbury, North Carolina.
Well, how did you get into basketball? Was this something that you did when you were young kids? Did you have an uncle or your mom or somebody get you into that? Like, how did you get started with it?
You want to take this first?
I don't know. It's just, like I said, it's been an ongoing experience ever since we've been a little kid, and just gotten better and better, just gradually gotten better. And in college, got a pretty good recruiting class and went to a pretty good school, so got an agent, and then there was a Chinese basketball drafting camp over in Oregon, so that I went and played it 2 years ago, and played pretty well, and they drafted me, and I've just been over here ever since.
What about for you? Like, how does the high school, like, the recruiting, I mean, you're in high school, you're probably playing high school basketball, and recruiters start finding you, or, I mean, how does that all work? Like, a lot of kids in China are, they play in high school, they just have fun. And how do you make the transition from playing, just doing a high school team all the way to playing for a big-name university?
Well, in high school in America, we have AAU teams. Like, you play different teams from different cities and different states during the summer and during the spring, and recruiters go to those games and watch you play. So they know where you from, what team you come from, and they recruit you during your season, in high school and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So they can be recruiting you from ninth to all the way to
the little kids.
Yeah, seventh, sixth grade, all the way up to 12th grade. So
it's starting early. Sebastian Telfair, that plays. He plays for Boston now. He was getting recruited since he was in sixth grade. So it starts early.
Yeah. How did you make the decision to come to China? I mean, why China? Why not other countries, the NBA, things like that? Why did you choose China, or did China choose you?
I chose China. I had a couple other options on my table. But like I said, I played here last year, and I've been with the guys for a year. So it's been just I just know how they play. So, and I just like the style of play and the coaches and stuff like that. So, and I just came back for some year.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is your first year, right?
Yeah, it's my first year. With me, it was just a toss-up. I was playing in the USBL, trying to get into the NBA Summer League. I had a couple of workouts, I worked out for a Japan team. Hopefully, probably trying to go back to Poland. As you can see, I have a Poland jersey on up there. Yeah. I was probably going to go back to Poland. And, my agent just told me it would be a good opportunity to go to this camp just to see what happens. I went to it. I did well. They showed me a good contract. The money was good for a short period of time. So, I took it.
What do you think of the basketball in China compared to basketball? Well, you played in Poland before, right? Or even the NCAAs. What's the style of play like here? And how does it compare to other places that you'd be playing or you have played?
I think NCAA is more defensive oriented. So I think that teams spend a lot of time on defense. As out here, they are more offensive minded. So and I think that's just the biggest thing, and just the transition game in the NCAA is much more quicker.
Mm-hmm. What about for you? In Poland?
Same thing in college and in Poland, it's all defensive minded. Out here, it's people getting 30, 40, 50-point games. That's not happening in Poland. My teammate led the league in points last year, and he was averaging about 23.
Mm-hmm. What about in China? What's the average that you lose?
Our big man, he's averaging the most right now with 32 points. And the next person is Wang Shuzhu with about 27. As you can see, it's more offensive-minded out here instead of defense,
How can China improve themselves to get to the level of, world-class basketball?
Defense.
Defense. Yeah, basically just defense. And just because in the NBA, like the big guys out here are going to be guarding people like Shaquille O'Neal. They're not going to be guarding people that are half their size. So I think defensively they're going to have to get stronger and just more physical.
Now, Yao Ming, of course, has become really popular in the States. And in Houston, he's playing really, really well. Have you guys are playing all around China. Do you see any of the Chinese players that you're playing with that have the same talent level as he do? It could be like the next Yao Ming, or?
I don't think there's a next Yao Ming, but I see a lot of potential in E.G. Lin.
Yeah.
7-footer. He's agile. He can move his feet. He plays defense. You know, he has to get a little bit stronger in the post, but he can jump out of the gym.
He can shoot the 15-footer.
Yeah, he can shoot the 15-footer. That's what the NBA looks for in a big man. You know, if you can step out and shoot a 15-footer, that's the lost art of the NBA. Everybody want to either dunk or shoot threes.
Yeah.
He can shoot a 15-footer, and he gets up and down the court and plays defense.
What's it like living in a foreign country and living, actually Nangang is not in Nanjing, so you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, really. What's that like for you?
It's different. It's a big adjustment coming from eating good food at home, and then you got to come out here and get adjusted and just get used to their food and stuff. So I think that's the big adjustment for me was. And then just, I don't know, it's different.
Because my first week and a half out here, I wasn't really eating. And my translator was like, just wait for Carlos to come here. Yeah. And since Carlos been here, I've been eating good. He's been taking me to the Blue Sky, Pizza Hut, And the transition is just, the food, man. That's the biggest thing, man, the food.
Like, what are some of the things that you found are the most different and the toughest for you? The food, aside from the food.
Language.
Yeah, language barrier, yeah. Can't talk to anyone. Like, we talk to each other the whole day. Like, we really can't communicate with our teammates or anything like that. So unless we have our translator right there.
How do you communicate with the teammates? I mean, when you're playing, actually, you're using English, or you're learning a little bit of Chinese to what's a screen or what's defense or something like that.
Well, both of us use English, and we try to demonstrate on the court. Like, they understand if we tell them, like, get your hands up, play defense. They understand it to that extent. Basketball wise on the court, they understand, but like just like talking with each other is kind of difficult.
Are you trying to learn any Chinese, or? It's just you have too much other stuff to do with playing basketball.
I try to, with every country I go to, I just try to learn the things that I need to know, like the food standpoint.
How much things cost.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Exactly. Compared to some of the other players, I mean, there's like Simeon Haley was here before. There's a couple of Chris Herron played here before. Like, how do you think you guys stack up to them? How do the other people here in China or the coaches, like, what do they say? I mean, because you're kind of on the spotlight being the only two foreign players on a team.
Yeah, they really don't say too much about other players that have been here in the past. So they just tell us to go out there and play as hard as we can and just play with each other and play well. So that's what we do, is just go out there and play as hard as we can.
医学美白，白带和细胞。